Night Madness is back on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We are at the Lucas Oil Speedway here in Wheatland, Missouri as Cool Ray in the Coast to Coast Racing League welcome you to another edition of Monday Night Madness, brought to you by the Osh Weekend Speedway. A fun track in the heart of Missouri here as we get set to go racing. A complex that has everything. We bring you some awesome dirt racing with the sprint cars. As always, we begin with the B Division Rebels. The Rebels are brought to you by Langdon Mechanical. And this quick pre-race preview is brought to you by Tim Chapman Racing. Well, you get a sneak peek here overhead of beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. We're so glad you could join us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Marty Sakala, and we welcome back in the booth the Winter Nationals overall champ in Isaac Salas. Good to have you back, buddy, here. We missed you for sure. So we get set to go here for another week tonight. We had the off week for the Winter Nationals, and now the drivers are focused back on points racing at the end of the season. What are the drivers feeling right now?
I think everybody's ready to go back points racing. I think it's going to be. It was good. It was good to get. You know, obviously we love the charity event every season. But man, when you have that week break, you come back and you're like, man, I hope I do good in points this week. And I think it kind of revamps you. It kind of gets you ready to complete the season here.
Let's talk about the guy that currently right now with the drops has the points lead at the moment, and that is Kurt Schatzer, feeling very comfortable at the moment of 423 to 384 on Kyle Sargent, who was a previous champion in this division. Sargent as well, second in points, but Kurt Schatzer, though, Isaac, he's really come out of his shell when it comes to racing these sprint cars.
Yeah, man, Kurt's been getting good in everything, and when he started tackling sprint cars, he like truly, you know, went in here for everything he wanted to accomplish, and it's been impressive to watch.
Absolutely. Well, we are ready to go heat racing here. First heat race of the evening is brought to you by our good friends at Langdon Mechanical. At Langdon Mechanical, they are the second to none heat and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area, and promise their customers our own professionally trained Langdon specialists will be there personally every step of the way. We guarantee your customer satisfaction from start to finish, including sales, installation, and maintenance service of your heating and or cooling system. Every equipment sale, installation, and maintenance service call we make is backed 100% by Langdon. As here is a look at your starting lineup for Heat 1 this evening. Again, everything is done for the heats by a pill draw. John Rayner and Gary Taylor make up row number 1. Row 2 is Kyle Sargent and Joe Backus. Your third row gives us Isaac Salas and Connor Ross. And in the fourth row this evening, Gavin Chatham and Joseph Grandy. Winner starts on pole position here this evening for our 25-lap feature. 23 drivers made up the car count here for Lucas Oil Speedway. Everyone will make the show. No call for Gary Taylor actually on the front row. He has to start from the tail end of the field along with Connor Ross. So, look at this. The only rows that are double file are the front two rows. Everyone will have to start from the inside line. Set to go for our first heat race underway. Who will start on pole? About to find out. It's Rayner that gets away with a start. Just about slides up in front of Joe Backus. 5 cars that are a blank is there. 3 wide for third. Joseph Grandy makes some slight contact with Backus as Joe rides the wall off in turn 4. Rayner, Sargent, Grandy all get together, and it's Gavin Chatham that takes the early race lead away, with Connor Ross moving to second. But Chatham and Ross went up at least 4 spots, and we've only completed 2 laps. A wild start to this one, that's for sure. Salas currently in third, and it's Gary Taylor with the 4th and final transfer spot. Joseph Grandy just about 0.3 of a second behind. And Grandy's actually starting to close in on the captain as he ride on board with Gary Taylor. Grandy looks to find his way down on the basement. Of course, the top will be the place to be this entire race long. You see Grandy the long way around to dust the top up and makes a smooth pass on Gary Taylor to take the final spot away before the B main. 3 laps to go in Heat 1. It's Gavin Chatham as your race leader with a 4/10 of a second advantage on Connor Ross at the quickest lap last time by at a 12:62. Connor Ross with the second best lap at a 12:68 as we've got 2 laps to go. Connor Ross still tries to find a way to close in on Gavin Chatham. How will it turn out? Final lap is underway again. This is for the pole position tonight. If you finish second, you'll start from 4th. Through 3 and 4, it's Gavin Chatham that will hang on to pick up the win in heat race number 1. Connor Ross second, Isaac Salas third, and Joseph Grandy in 4th. So it is Gavin Chatham, your pole sitter for our 25-lap feature this evening. Isaac, a good one. You just about barely missed that big wreck.
Yeah, I was actually in it a little bit. I mean, I messed up my left front and just came home third. I'm happy that I'm happy to make it.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So we are ready for our second heat race of the evening. Our second heat race brought to you by Venom Racing, official team of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Front row, Craig Levin making his Coast to Coast Racing League Monday Night Madness debut tonight. Dan and Dan McLaren make up row number 1. The Flying Fry, Kevin Fry, and the Detective Steven Spees on row 2. Then in row 3, Kurt Schatzer, Superman, next to the Outlaw, Preston Cranmer. And in row 4, Andy Patton and Brian Ox making his Monday Night Madness debut as well. Drivers tonight following the Steve King Foundation Pace Truck, formed to help the dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, race officials, track ops personnel, or the immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious illness, injury, or death. Like to wish a good evening to Donovan Ross watching in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. We'll be sure to give you a shout out live and on the air. Glad you could join us here in the return to Monday Night Madness this evening. So the pace truck is in pit road. 8 drivers to take this green flag here. Winner starts to the outside of row 1, and top 4 move on. Bottom 4 will go to the B main for some extra practice. It's Levin and McLaren, your front row. Bad start for the 610 immediately. Kevin Fry inside. No yaw from the 610. Horrible start from him. Already falls back to the 6th spot. Isaac, I'm not sure what happened to him, but that was something you don't see often.
Yeah, I don't know. It almost looked like it just wanted to just push terribly in the middle of the corner there.
May have an incorrect setup perhaps, I don't know, but it's Dan McLaren that pulls out to the lead with 2 laps in the book. Steven Spees second, Kevin Fry third, Kurt Schatzer is in 4th. The best race is on for 4th as Preston Cranmer challenges Schatzer for that final transfer spot before the V-man. You see Cranmer testing out the bottom, the slider line, not working out the best yet. Of course, we know Lucas Oil Speedway, you can make a slide job work, but the best way to go, obviously, is the high side. If you decide to run the low line, it doesn't really have anything to it. Halfway home here in heat race number 2 with McLaren still as your leader. See as well the driver in 3rd, Kevin Fry, testing the limits, going to the bottom, but doesn't work. Allows Schatzer to try and close in for the 3rd spot. We've got 2 laps to go in heat race number 2. What are you thinking so far here, Isaac?
I'm just excited for the top of that track to blow off.
Final lap is underway here in heat race number 2, and again it's Dan McLaren that commands the troops at bay. McLaren, Spees, Fry, Schatzer through 3 and 4, and the man they called Soupy a couple seasons ago, Dan McLaren, wins the second heat. He'll start from P2 tonight.
Good to see Preston back out in the sprint car as well.
Absolutely.
No, it's been a while.
Preston Cranmer inside the top 5 in points as well in the Rebels standings. We'll get you your top 5 in points with drops in just a couple of moments. Let's move to heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 brought to you by the Salty Dogs race team, composed of many of the senior members of the Coast to Coast Racing League, and have been released from the home to create havoc and chaos on the track. When 3 or more dogs are in a race, the dog bone will be awarded to the highest finisher. Perhaps maybe the best driver in Rebels this season, Michael Birthday and Brandon Templeton. That is your front row. For the Bass Man, Roger Craig and Andrew Umbach, row 2. Row 3 on the inside is our winner in Raiders competition. That's Trent Verstraeten next to Brad Waite. And the Mayor, Steve Bixler, starts from 7th. You see Roger Craig dropping to the rear as well for Heat EOL. Top 5 in standings with drops unofficially look like this. Kurt Schatzer with 423 points. Kyle Sargent has 384 points in second. Roger Craig is third with 364 points. Preston Cranmer is fourth with 330. And Andy Patton is fifth with 324. One to go until we get the green. You see the sun start to set here at Lucas Oil. Isaac, I'm not sure about this yet, but have they put the lights on around this track or not yet?
I actually don't know. I know there was talk of it, but I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll know what happens in just a bit here. So, as you see the 7 drivers that will bring us to green here for our 3rd and final heat race of the B Division this evening. Birthday and Templeton, your front row. Birthday with a great pill draw, expected to be the favorite in this heat, and away we go. Gets a nose out in front, entering turn 1. Templeton Verstraeten, side by side for P2. Verstraeten tucks it back in line. Already up 2 spots from the drop of the green flag. Embach looks to go the cushion way for 3rd, but it doesn't work out on his end. Brad Waite, the first one out in the 5th spot, but looks underneath on the 410 for P4. Let's see how it works out here, Isaac.
Yeah, big battle here going into 3 between like about 3rd through 6th here, and the bottom just isn't there anymore, or just isn't there yet, and you can get really good run off the top.
It's right on board with the 410 of Enbach. Verstraeten looks for some run gap underneath, but just doesn't really work out. And now our Renegades winner starts to close in, or our Raiders winner, excuse me. We got a race for the lead, Isaac. Templeton tries underneath that Birthday.
Yeah, and he actually got a little bit of bite down there on the bottom, so maybe he does a really good corner 1 and 2, and let's see if he can do anything in 3 and 4 here. Birthday to the bottom even.
Let's see if it works out on his end. We've got 3 laps to go. And does this help out for straight and start to close in just a bit? We got a good race for 4th too. Roger Craig looks to close it on Andrew Umbach, but it's Templeton around the outside, just about goes over the cushion. That gives the advantage to the 95 for now, Isaac.
Yeah, here we go, 2 to go, and that bottom's starting to kind of be even here, but that momentum right, oh, he's going around the top.
Wow!
Templeton to the lead, power move.
Oh, he caught the wall though, but Templeton left the line, 1 lap to go. Birthday plays on the low side. Templeton looks for a good exit on the top, but Birthday clears in 1 and 2. Templeton with 1 last chance out for 3 and 4. Get the cameras ready for a photo finish. Too close to call. I think it was Templeton. By 12 thousandths of a second.
Oh, welcome back.
Wow.
I believe that 1 and 2 bottom is starting to come in a little bit, but that momentum on 3 and 4 up top is just insane. And that just reeled Templeton right on around there.
Absolutely. Let's pull up a photo finish cam here for you. Let's set it up. For you folks wondering at home what it looked like, we're going to adjust the camera here for you. Give us 1 second, and we're going to aim this at the group. Here you go. This will give you a good idea. Look how close this is at the line. Down to the wire. Man, that was fun. All right, so we got 11 cars here in our B main, and our B main is brought to you by our good friends at Gambler Motorsports. And here is how the lineup looks. Preston Cranmer and Gary Taylor make up row number 1. Brad Waite, Joe Backus, row number 2. Andy Patton and Steve Bixler, your 3rd row this evening. Brian Ox and Kyle Sargent, row number 4. Andrew Umbach, John Rayner, row 5. Craig Leven in row 6 on the outside. Anyone friend with Craig Leven, please let me know if I have that incorrect, the pronunciation incorrect. I would like to know.
I'd like to see if the captain can do anything here on the bottom, going into 1 and 2. It looks strong in that last heat race, so just maybe that bottom can kind of reel him out in front of Preston here on this initial start.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens. Come to green this time with Taylor and Cranmer, your front row. Ten laps, the B main. And Cranmer gets going. Gary Taylor is caught sleeping behind the wheel. Backus looks around the outside for P2. Taylor hangs on though for right now. Wait underneath on the 46 for the third spot. Smoking Joe with third at the moment. But it's Preston Cranmer. Look out. You've got Levin and Rayner. I believe Embach as well. I believe they all saved it though, Isaac.
Yes, they all did. It just bottleneck off the corner there.
Whoa, Andy Patton and Kyle Sargent touch. Patton goes around. He's on for a ride. Bixler saves it. They all save it once again. Brian Ox had to get on the brakes there, but luckily no damage off the 023. But still, Preston Cranmer, Isaac, controlling the troops at bay.
Yeah, he has a good line kind of through the middle and then up to the top here. This battle for second through fourth is starting to heat up pretty nicely as well.
That's Gary Taylor, Joe Backus, Brad Way on board with the rear end. Oh, look how Preston spun it.
Oh, Preston.
Turn 2. So that will be a challenge for... It's not a mug this season. I forgot what it is.
I believe it's like a medal. I don't know. I haven't gotten one.
I think it is a medal. You're right.
I think he hit the Tory tire is what happened to Preston there.
Let's take a look. Yeah, I think he did just about in the center. And then it just lost it all by itself. So no start from last spot here tonight, as long as nobody has a feature EOL. It's Gary Taylor, that is your leader, and Backus tries to close in for the lead here, Isaac.
Yeah, and he's starting to come a little bit. I think he's not sliding. Yeah, he's not sliding up as far in forward. Oh, he's gonna have the lead at the line here.
He did. Taylor went up the track, and that helps out Backus take the lead. Now, who can get on the gas first on corner exit? The captain slipping and sliding down the back chute. Backus slides up a good straightaway, a good turn. He's got the lead. Sargent now closes in. Wake closes in. A four-man Grobschnob for the lead here as we come into 3 and 4 for the final time. Taylor Sutton almost makes contact with Backus, and Backus takes the win. Wade is third, Sargent fourth, Ox fifth, Bixler sixth, Patton seventh, Embach eighth, Levin ninth, Rayner 10th, and Cranmer 11th. Woo!
That was a beautiful B main.
Absolutely, a good one worth watching.
Man, I'm glad to be back.
Yes, you are. It is good to have you back, sir. All right, it's time for our warm-up watch brought to you by the Osh Weekend Speedway. We'll pull your favorite drivers up here, and we'll take a look and see how they are running on the racetrack. You're looking at Brandon Templeton. So as we take a look at this track, I think right now that low side's starting to come in just a bit here, Isaac.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it, and apparently I just need to start taking some lessons here. But I think you're right. It looked really solid kind of through that last race, and if you could kind of not hit the slick super early in your 3 and 4, you could kind of keep good momentum throughout the entire track there. So we'll see. I think the bottom might be coming back pretty well though.
Absolutely.
Hello, tire. I hit that baby square.
Let's know who you're ready for in the chat again. So glad you can join us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It's our first of 2 races this evening. The Rebels coming up shortly for 25 laps of action. We will have our Renegades battle in just a matter of moments. At around 8:45, they will take to the track for heats. Right now with a minute left, it is Joseph Grandy in a brand new paint scheme. The Training Wheels Racing 518 quickest at
Yes.
13:59.
Yeah, man, that was that actually happened right before the big event here in Winter Nationals, and it's been cool because I get to obviously I get to hang out with all these guys, and they were just casually talking about it. I was like, wait a minute, what? It kind of threw me off guard, but it was good because Grandy's pretty quick, and that's a great group of guys to be around. So it'll be awesome to see him with them.
Yeah, it's one of two notable changes entering tonight. The other notable change, Connor Ross with a brand new paint scheme. And obviously he has been a Gambler Motorsports driver, but brand new team from brand new paint scheme promoting the Gambler brand.
My goal is to see just the front end of Grandy, not the back end.
Checkers are in the books here as we are ready to go for our 25-lap feature. Let's meet the field of 23 in the Super Dirt Car Series. Starting lineup, the Dirt Car Nationals getting underway today. Super Dirt Car Series coming up in just a matter of days. On the front row, Kevin Chatham in the 99 and Dan McLaren in the 88. Row 2, Brandon Templeton in the 31 and Connor Ross in the 35. Row 3 is the detective, Steven Spees in the 55 and Michael Berthay in the 95. Row 4, Isaac Salas in the 5 and the Flying Fry, Kevin Fry in the 21. Row 5, Trent Verstraeten in the 88 and Joseph Grandy in the 518. Row 6, inside your points leader, Superman Kurt Schachter in the 218 and the Bassman Roger Craig in the 747. Row number 7 is Joe Backus in the 46 and the captain Gary Taylor in the 34. Row 8, Brad Waite in the 814 and Kyle Sargent in the 91. Row 9, Brian Oxton in the 23 and Steve Bixler, the mayor, in the 75. Row 10, the general Andy Patton in the 87 and Andrew Embach in the 410. Row 11, Craig Levin in the 610 and John Rayner Jr. in the 302. And rounding out the field tonight, the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer in the 07. Alrighty, we are just about set to go racing here tonight. Isaac, 25 laps, who's taking it home?
Just because he looks really strong in that heat race, and I think he'll be pretty smooth, I'm going Templeton.
You're going to go Templeton? We'll go the other way. Give me Michael Berthay to take it home.
That's a good pick.
But we're about to find out what goes down in the B Division Rebels. So glad you could join us on Monday Night Madness, round number 8 of the Coast to Coast Racing League winter season. The Steve King Foundation pace truck is in. We're ready for the race against childhood cancer start. Let's send him off with a bugle as we are green. Chatham gets a good start off for turn 2, but him and McLaren are side by side in the corner. McLaren over the cushion, and upside down he goes. Wild ride for the 88, and collects Grandy in the process. Yellow is out. And that car has turned from a 360 to a midget with a front wing on it. He will take that into the pits and will go for a quick repair. I don't know if he actually went for, he may have actually just towed the car. Reasoning on what happened, he was in second. He just simply went over the cushion and it was just a huge complete weight shift. Isaac, I think you had a good idea of that from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't. I was really focused, just kind of hitting my mark on the bottom there, but I know that in practice there, that top was treacherous, so I could definitely see him coming off the top.
Wild ride for Soupy. So we will try this start once again, single file, just with the exception of Dan McLaren. I think with what just happened, I think drivers are going to take notes that the high side may be a little bit treacherous now. What do you think, Isaac?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we might have short memories, but We still remember a little bit.
So Chatham will bring us back to the restart. We'll go to a Mission 22 restart now. You see Templeton peeked underneath, but it's Chatham that gets away at the jump. And so everyone rides the low line right next to those Tory tires. Connor Ross, a nice drive off of turn 2. Challenges underneath the 31. Templeton over the cushion once again, but he doesn't weight shift. We got trouble though. Kyle, nope, never mind, no caution. We stay green. Just about a small issue on Kyle Sargent, and now we got more trouble. You've got the 610, caution flag is out. Levin is involved, as well as, I believe, Gary Taylor. Take a look at the Malcolm's replay and show you what happened. It started with Sargent and Taylor. They got the wall, but no caution flew. Levin just lost control of it. And oh man, McLaren in front. And again, he loses the top wing. It goes upside down. And that will likely be the end of the run for Dan McLaren tonight. What a heartbreak he has had. A fast car and he's out. Now let's show you as well, while we are at it, Kyle Sargent, and I believe it was Gary Taylor as well. Taylor hit the Tory tire, no yaw, and I don't think Sargent really saw that coming. So they kept it straight, and at a good rate of speed where everyone was able to scatter to miss him. So that is why the yellow flag flew. So a lot of drivers back out on the track. Some of them gained their quick repair very early in the race, Isaac. We're only on lap number 3.
Yeah, it's man, like I said, everyone's antsy, you know, first points race back from the event. People want to put on a good show, and people also want to finish good right away, so.
For sure, for sure. Well, let's try this again. Chatham, Ross, Templeton, Spees, and Birthday, your top 5. So Ross was able to make the pass for the runner-up spot as we are back underway. So Chatham holds serve. First driver on the outside is Michael Birthday. He's really good on that cushion. In fact, Training Wheels Racing as a whole is so good on that cushion. Over the cushion, though, just about clips the wall with that right rear sneaker. And up into 5th he goes, and Brandon Templeton knows it's time to get going. Up into 3rd, Birthday thinks about threading the needle there. It was a bold move. He cuts it back instead, decides to play it safe, then sorry. So Templeton is 3rd. Birthday has made his way up into P4. And there you see how the cushion looks on corner exit. Speeds falls back to 5th. And Birthday's on the side. Thinks about the slider on Templeton, but gives the 31 some extra room. It is a Heat 3 rematch at the moment on lap number 7. But we have a race for the lead that starts to develop. Gavin Chatham against Connor Ross. Ross started from 4th. He is up into P2 with 7 laps in the books. Back to 3rd. Ooh, Templeton and Birthday with some slight contact, but they keep it straight for right now. On board with that 31 of Brandon. It's a good idea of what the cushion is like in 3 and 4, and you see he starts to open a gap on Birthday. And meanwhile, Ross all over the 99 for the race lead. Be patient here, and with 8 laps in the books, make it 9 this time. They're about to encounter some lap traffic. A 3-car battle for the lead until now. Preston Cranmer has crashed. Yellow flag is out. Take a look and see what happened with the Outlaw. Tory tire. Ooh, dead center. Too much bite. Oh, he didn't hit one. He hit 2 of them. Just destroyed the race car where it had pretty much no steering at all. Look at that. Ooh, man, just got it big time with the left front. You can see that suspension shaking as well. So Cranmer, I believe, just needs a quick repair, and he is good, but actually, correction, Cranmer has decided to call it a night. So 2 drivers out of the race, Preston Cranmer and Dan McLaren. Isaac, that was starting to become, though, a three-car battle for the lead between Chatham, Ross, and Templeton. It was about to get good, especially hitting lap traffic.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're talking, hear you in my ear, and I was starting to focus on him a little bit too much. I was like, wow, this is a pretty good race up there. And I was like, oh, your corner, your corner. Oh. But yeah, there's a couple different lines. I think I found something too. So I was watching from them.
Well, we will see what goes down here as we come back to the green flag. Chatham leads them, Ross second, Templeton third, Birthday fourth, and Spees fifth. Last time by, it was Birthday that set the quickest lap of this race at a 14:25. 10 are down and 15 to go. Good restart for Gavin Chatham. Ross held back. Oh, look at Michael Birthday. Looks to go for two in one lap. Up to third. Looks for second on the cushion. He's got it. Edges out Connor Ross. Joseph Grandy, Craig Leven crash. No caution. We stay under the green flag. We got a lot of lagging underneath the 610. And look at this. Birthday has taken the lead. The cushion has gone to work for him. High side activated. The Training Wheels Racing 95 takes her to the point. Meanwhile, it's Connor Ross that wants the 2 spot. On Gavin Chatham, will this work? Not just yet. Ross with third position has it over Brandon Templeton for right now. Templeton gets a good idea on what it's like on the cushion. Can he make it work like Birthday? He feels like he's got a fast car like Birthday did. It's just he's got these two guys he has to deal with as he threads the needle. 3 wide for second. This could get dicey. Templeton and Chatham nearly touch off of turn 2. He tries to get his foot back in the gas. Connor Ross, though, with nice bite off turn 4, holds on to the runner-up's position. We've got 10 circuits remaining here in the heart of Missouri. 9 as Ross hangs on for right now. Templeton has fallen back to 4th. Chatham doing a good job on that top side, hanging on, but look who else starts to close in for a podium spot. Slide job, Isaac Salas, Templeton, and the Tory tire he goes. Caution is out. And Backus also gets a piece as everyone scatters. So the yellow flag flies once again. Here's a look at what happened to the 31. Yeah, I think he was concerned that Connor was going to hit the Tory tire. And Brandon had a chance at the podium, and now it's gone up. He not just one, but 2. The second one, look at that. The tie rod damaged on the left front. Completely bent there. All right, we are going to go green in just a couple of laps. Michael Birthday start from 6th, waiting for the high side to get to work, and he's used it to his advantage. Take a look and look at his emotions right now at the moment as we are coming to the green flag this time by. There will be 6 laps to go. Birthday, Ross, Chatham, Salas, and Spees, your top 5 at the moment. Biggest mover is Birthday, up 5 spots. 7 to go, rather, as we're back to green. You see Birthday on the cushion. Chatham's the second one to rock the high side now. Can he close in on Connor for P2? He cannot. But Chatham sends it, though, on the bottom, and Isaac Salas is also top shelf. And look at that. Better corner for Connor Ross. Hangs in there with Michael Birthday up on 2 wheels. Collects Chatham. Hang on, Connor. He saves it barely, and the caution flag is out. And that was not why the yellow came out. The yellow came out for Craig Leven. Here's what happened to Craig. Just lost it all by, oh no, it was Sargent and the 023 that were already together. Slid up into the 023. So we are under yellow once again here. 5 laps to go this time by. When we take the green flag. Isaac, from your... It looked like once again Connor is not giving up. He may have something for Michael Birthday.
Yeah, if you go over that top at all, I think that bottom is just fast enough to, you know, even the smallest mistake, that bottom is fast still.
No mistakes for Michael Birthday, and he could come home and pick up win number 4 of the season. See if he can do it. Here we go. Birthday on the outside, hold serve. I look at this, bad exit. Connor Ross pulls out in front. Off in turn 2 as they stay side by side. Gavin Chatham wants to be a part of it. 4 laps to go on the exit. Birthday clears on Connor Ross. All grooves coming to fruition here at Lucas Oil. For straight and fry, back has crashed. Parking lot in turn 2. 5, 6, 7 cars involved. Some of them have flipped it. And that one car that is flipped, I believe, is for Straighten. If not, that is Backus. Show you what happened here. Racing outside of the top 4. And Fry just caught for Straighten. As everyone scatters, the track is just pretty much blocked. That was Backus that ended up on top. Right on board here with Joe. Nothing he could do one bit. So we will go once again, this time with 3 laps to go. And what is definitely about to be intense for sure. Good restart from Connor Ross there. Hell, it stayed right behind Michael Birthday. Birthday goes over barely off of turn 2 with a handful. Keeps her going, though, for right now. It's going to be a caution once again, and it's for Leven. It was a stack up in the back. Did Kevin Fry catch him? Oh, no, he sent it big time into the 023. Got him, and he kept his foot in the gas and collects both Patton and Bixler. So another lap taken off the board because of that. Let's ride on board with Craig. Man. Brutal hits on impact after end. All right, so gonna be a 2-lap shootout for this restart. Birthday, Ross, Chatham, Spees, Salas, your top 5. Who's it going to be? How's it going to be done? We are about to find out. If we get a caution before 1 to go, we will go into overtime. Ross wants to go, and there he goes. Better restart for Birthday compared to Connor Ross. It's all just about if Birthday cannot go over the cushion. Beautiful exit from Michael Birthday. That is huge. Race for 3rd meanwhile. Here comes Isaac Salas. Over the cushion though, hangs on. White flag meanwhile is out. 1 lap to go for Michael Birthday in the 95. Will be win number 4 of the season if he can just hang on off of the corners. Michael Birthday does it once again. He takes the win at Lucas Oil. Ross second, a photo for 3rd as Salas beats Chatham at the end. Wow. Michael Birthday does it again. Wow. So we'll talk with your top 3 here, and we can actually begin immediately with Isaac Salas. I wonder why. So how did it come in for you late in the race?
That high side, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, that high side 1 and 2 was super quick. If I was rolling the, if I would have rolled the middle, probably way before those cautions, man, I could have had something. But learned it too late. So hey, first race back, I'll take a 3rd.
Absolutely, man. That's for sure. Other than that, positives you take away?
My positives is just like I said, running good. I've been trying to use a lot more patience in sprints. Um, get to run with some of these good guys, so get to run with them means I must be doing something right.
For sure. Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
Yeah, all those guys over at Venom Racing, Dean Superior Car Series, RSN Trackside, Magnum Race Designs, Got Your Six Racing Network, Simtrax Broadcasting, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, Dirt Track Bank, Coast to Coast, and everybody that's here, all the league admins, racers, everybody. Thank you and I for the broadcast. I always try to thank whoever's broadcasting, but I guess we can thank us.
We can thank ourselves for sure.
Yeah, thank ourselves. Oh, and then yeah, just thanks to our veterans and then my friends and family.
All right, man. Well, let's go to our 2nd place finisher here in Connor Ross. Connor, I got to give it up for you, man. That was a good run, a great fight tonight. I believe your best finish of the season. What more, though, did you need for Michael tonight?
To him hit the wall with the right rear, maybe. Yeah. Other than that, he was fast up top, and I was comfortable on the bottom. And there was a thin layer up top, and I just felt comfortable on the bottom. Except those tractor tires, man, they're scary.
Absolutely, man. But you were able to make it work, really. That low groove, it looked like it came in really late between the heat races and the feature. And if you could run the cushion well, you could, as long as you just didn't hop it over like we saw happen to Dan McLaren. Was it just trying to work it out and trying to avoid going too low? And is it also a combination at the same time of hoping that the guy in Birthday goes over the cushion?
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot closer if I was able to get my turn 3 and 4 down. I was just overdriving that corner. I don't know if the turns are different, but I just needed to back it up and hit that tacky spot on exit. I just wasn't able to do it a few times, and that hurt me. But he had a strong car, and I was just hoping that wall caught him. But no, he ran a great race, and congratulations to him.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
I got to give a shout out to Gambler. John Hines been throwing out these setups, and they're unreal. But the Volusia charity race, that thing was on rails. This one's fast, and we found a few things to tune on for this Renegades race, so I hope I can come back up and have an interview with you.
All right, man. Well, a great run tonight. Best of luck in the Renegades.
Thank you.
All right, that's Connor Ross, our 2nd place finisher. As now we move on to Cool Ray Victory Lane. Let's talk with him. 4th dub of the season for Michael Birthday. Michael, congratulations, man. I guess I'll begin with this. Late in the race, that cushion started coming in. Walk us through it from your perspective. Obviously, you started 6th. You were quiet early in the race, but you started making your way up once that high side came in.
Yeah, hey Marty. Wow. Yeah, the start of that was a little scary for me. Wasn't sure where to go, and this track's still kind of new to me. So the limit is razor edge. I mean, if you miss it there towards the end, I almost threw it away. Like it was that close. I don't know how I held on to it, but it's just so razor thin up there. You've got to be perfect every single lap.
So you were saying you were really concerned after when McLaren flipped it in turn 3?
Well, yeah, I think so. Did I? Because I think I almost got collected in that. Yeah, it's just so easy to do here, especially in 3 and 4. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's for sure. Is this a track as well? Because I know you Training Wheels Racing guys. You guys are known for the high side, especially with Spangler. Is this a track where you have to be the most cautious when it comes to racing on the high side?
Oh yeah. I would say for sure in 3 and 4, 100%, and even 1 and 2. I mean, it's just like Lernerville, but with Lernerville, I feel like it. You can see the edge a little bit better because the slope is so much bigger off of the track. So it's got something your eye can see. But here, man, you just got to feel it and hope it sticks.
Absolutely, man. What are you expecting for this Renegades race in a bit?
Ooh, could be chaotic or it could be a super great race. I think the bottom will be fast. And I think the top will be much like it just was, but it's going to be even more slick those last 5 to 10 laps, and that's going to be tough.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
The boys at Training Wheels Racing, as always. You guys. That's about it. I'm already in the next session, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
I'll try not to throw it away this week if I'm up there.
Sounds good. Good luck to you.
See you guys.
Good one, Michael.
All righty. Michael Birthday, your winner, as he is in Cool Ray Victory Lane. A big win for him tonight, that's for sure. Your hard charger tonight. Our hard charger brought to you by All About Tie-Dye. Up 10 spots went to John Rayner from 22nd to 12th. A nice performance from him. So as we call things to a close here on the Rebels, here are a look at your results from this evening. Just 1 second, we'll pull them up here for you. There you go. His Birthday with the win. Connor Ross second. Isaac Salas third. Gavin Chatham fourth. Fifth belongs to Steven Spees. Roger Craig sixth. Kurt Schatzer seventh. Breadway eighth. Brandon Templeton ninth. And Kevin Fry 10th. Just taking a look here. Kevin Fry will not be able to transfer in amongst those drivers in the top 10. So everyone else is good to go. They can race if they want. So we are looking forward to it, and we know you are too. Renegades is coming up in just a moment, and also something possibly big. Stay tuned on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
It's Florida in February. Kick off 2023 with the Dirt Car Nationals at Volusia Speedway Park. Sprint cars, late models, and modifieds at the world's fastest half mile. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars and Dirt Car UMP Modifieds February 6th through the 11th. World of Outlaws late models and Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds February 13th through the 18th. Tickets and camping at dirtcarnationals.com. February 6th through the 18th at Volusia Speedway Park. Be there.
Hi, I'm Olivia Olson, Industrial Engineering Junior and club volleyball member here at Penn State. I'm very excited to say that Thon is right around the corner, just a month away. And for those of you that don't know, Thon is the largest student-run philanthropy in the entire world. They're committed to raising funds and supporting those who are affected by childhood cancer. This year, Thon is taking a very different meaning for me. Last March, just as the weather was getting ready to turn, we were all super excited to go play some more outdoor volleyball. One of my best buddies, Jesse King, went home for a routine checkup. Fast forward 60 days later, and he's just waking up from a medically induced coma. 6 months later, he's just being released from the hospital after being diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, kid's a fighter. He made it through chemo, radiation, and he's currently battling his way through extensive cognitive and physical therapies. He's doing great. He's finally letting out some of that personality that we've all been missing for so long. Luckily, the King family, thanks to Four Diamonds, has yet to see a medical bill. There are a lot of families that can say the same out of all the good that's come out of this. So if you would like to join me and club volleyball in the fight against childhood cancer, please click the link to donate. Any size donation makes a world of difference for the King family and families alike. If donating at this time isn't the best option for you, please, 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 please share this video, because the more eyes on it, the better, and every dollar truly does make a difference. In addition, any thoughts, prayers, good vibes are always greatly appreciated, because we just want our best buddy back at school with us. All that being said, please always remember to never take anything for granted. Tell the people around you that you love them loud and often, and even the smallest acts can make a world of difference. Many thanks and lots of love from me and the club volleyball family and all of those being supported by Thon and Four Diamonds.
Under the lights here at Lucas Oil Speedway, yes, the lights are finally on. We are going night racing for the first time in the Coast to Coast Racing League Monday Night Madness event. As we welcome you back to our coverage, we're set to go for the A Division Renegades, and the Renegades are brought to you by Dylan Westbrook Racing. Marty Sakala with you alongside Isaac Salas. Isaac, let's talk about something that is that is just decided to begin recently in the Coast to Coast Racing League. Let's talk about them. Vanderbilt Racing has won every single race this season so far. Because of that, it's been we have decided in coordination with the Super Dirt Car Series and the Slide Job Racing Network, so pretty much Dean Reynolds and myself, to create the Vanderbilt Bounty. Now, if you're not a part of the Coast to Coast Racing League Lounge, I'm going to look this up here once again. Here is how it works. You must win the Renegades race. That is number one. Number two, a Vanderbilt car must finish in the top 5. So if you don't know who the Vanderbilt Racing cars are, they are Stephen and Barry Goldner, Kyle Moonen, Brennan Lacey, Ross Corinna. All 5 of them are here tonight. We decided not to do it last week, and the reason why was because not everyone was here. A minority, I should say, were here. So, and if you are battling a Vanderbilt car to win, you cannot wreck him, okay? Starting purse will begin with $14.14. And for each Renegade race where Vanderbilt wins or all cars are outside the top 5, we will add $1.01. So, Isaac, this just took this series up to a whole new level with this bounty.
Yeah, good. Well, I took a couple weeks off. Glad to know that they're still just dominating. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna make people race a little bit harder. It's definitely gonna add more of a incentive, to say the least, to beat one of these guys for once. But yeah, man, it ain't gonna be me. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see. Who knows, Isaac? Who knows? But we're definitely looking forward to this Vanderbilt bounty. That's for sure. So, let's talk about the point standings with the drops coming on in. Of course, Brendan Lacey's been the dominant one this season. He didn't race with us last week, so at this moment with the drops, Patrick Spangler has a 34-point lead on Brendan Lacey at the moment. And the biggest thing from Brendan Lacey a couple weeks ago had a 23rd place finish that kind of put him behind the 8 ball at the moment. Patrick Spangler has put up consistent finishes. Also, Aiden Young is third, 416 points. Blake Chapman fourth, 390 points. Tyler Wilson fifth with 383 points. So we are just about ready to go for our first heat race of the evening, brought to you by Langdon Mechanical. Kyle Moonen and Brendan Lacey on your front row. Terry Landis and Jack Clevenger, row number 2. Chris Schaefer and Connor Ross, row 3. Bob DeGood will start from 7th tonight.
Man, you should not have said nothing about a bounty. If you look, Kyle Moon and Brendan Lacey front row. I know Heat 2's grid that has Goldner in
don't
outside
spoil
pole.
it.
All right, I won't.
We're just kidding. Oh, Patrick actually spoiled it. Never mind. We can talk about it.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Patrick said all the Vanderbilt guys start front row for the heats.
Yep, I shouldn't have said anything.
I do want to share as well, there is a really good car count again tonight, over 24. We will be sending some drivers home here in this one. Proven Death says good. I believe that's a Vanderbilt driver. I don't know who it is. Patrick says we need the Bandy pill drawer.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're set to go.
Who's on the pay sheet?
Yes. Winner starts on pole position here this evening for our 30-lap feature. It's the Money King, and Lowline will bring us to the green flag. Moonen with a slow jump allows Brendan Lacey to take the lead early. Jack Clevenger goes to second. Moonen falls back to third, and Connor Ross is in the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Daddy's Money on the top shelf moves his way up to P3, but it's Brendan Lacey that leads lap 1 on the cushion, keep in mind, rather, and not the bottom.
Yeah, that was a strong power move by Connor there to go around the outside. And it's looking like kind of the same shape as the last race here.
On board with the 35, all over the tail tank of Clevenger. Looks to go around the outside, but it's just the 78's in his way. Does he duck down to the bottom? Yes, he does. Takes the risk, but in the center of the corner and slideways in turn 2, and he saves it for right now. Wow, Kyle Moonen is 4th. He likes what he sees behind him. Schaefer and Landis battling for 5th position as we're halfway home in the first heat race. A good race for second still, though, Isaac.
Yeah, this second place battle is the major one here. Almost a little bit of contact on the exit of that corner with the slider. Oh, sent it too much.
Ooh, yeah, Connor Ross, around he goes. Let's give you a brief look at it. We were having some technical difficulties with our onboards. Make sure they were working there. Yeah, too much throttle as well, I guess you could say, Isaac. And Connor Ross will go to a last chance showdown. Meanwhile, off of turn number 4, Brendan Lacey will take the win. Here's the race for third. We'll watch. Moonen against Schaefer. They touch. Schaefer dives down low, and Moonen takes third. Schaefer 4th. Landis, DeGood, and Ross to the transfers, but it's Brendan Lacey who starts on pole this evening. As we move to heat race number 2, brought to you by Venom Racing. Gentleman Jack Hitt and Stephen Gollner make up row number 1. Randy Shreves and Isaac Salas, row 2. Aiden Young, the New Hampshire Rocket, and Jeff Kemper, row 3. And the boss, Ross Corinna, starts from P7. So, not every Vanderbilt guy starts from 7th. Corinna is a Vanderbilt driver, guys, so. Devo says the Hans must be running this league. Oh, Proven Death is the 3rd Goldner. Okay. Wait a second. There's Barry. There's Steven. Who's...
I want to know.
Yeah, I want to know who the 3rd Goldner is. What's your first name? So, oh, Hit will go to the rear as well. No call for Shreves to grid, so it's Aiden Young that starts from pole.
That is awesome for Aiden. He went from 5th to 1st.
Absolutely, that's huge.
And I'm next to Ross now.
Winner starts next to Brennan Lacey on the front row. Can let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. We'll be sure to give you a shout out on the air. Hello to Canellis watching. Enjoyed birthday's performance. Joe Dirt, we miss you out there on the track. Get back out here soon. 6 drivers to take the green here. Again, top 4 transfer everyone else to a last chance showdown. Goldner with the slight start into turns 1 and 2. Young a little bit sideways. It's Stevens on the cushion. He clears for the early race lead. That's Corinna put Salas in the wall just barely. He keeps it straight for right now. Salas works on the cushion, but Corinna shuts the door. Lap 1 in the books led by Stephen Goldner at the moment. Race for 1st, race for 3rd is on. Watch your race for the lead. It's Aiden Young all over Stephen. Let's ride on board. Rocking the cushion for right now. Aiden just tries to pressure Stephen into making a mistake. Aiden was quicker that last lap at 12:78. Actually, correction. This time it was Stephen Goldner, 12:73. Quickest of everyone at the moment as you ride on board with the 30. Nice entry for the 69. Very smooth turns 1 and 2 for the New Hampshire Rocket as he tries to dust the top off. Another good exit for Aiden, all over that tail tank of the 30. Oh no, Aiden goes around, and oh, he collects Jack Hay, who's hard into the wall. And so we pretty much have your top 4 at the moment: Stephen, Ross, Isaac, and Kemper. And Doyle just came in chat rooting for Jack Head. Ooh, Gentleman Jack, Gentleman Jack and Doyle Lawrence, I am sorry. But this is Stephen Goldner and Ross Corinna 1 and 2. It will be a Vanderbilt front row tonight. And we'll have 3 of their cars starting inside. Actually, no, check that. We'll see if it's going to be 3 of their 4 cars inside the top 5. They will have 2 cars, though, guaranteed inside the top 5. It is a Vanderbilt front row lockout. Let's see what happens in heat race number 3. And the 3rd heat race is brought to you by the Salty Dogs race team. Barry Goldner and Jeff Flair, a Canadian front row. Row number 2 is Michael Berthay and the high side banger, Patrick Spangler, training wheel teammates. Row 3, the Brewerton Beast and Jeff Barker, and the salesman, Blake Chapman. Oh, he brought it back. He brought it back. The Spider Monkey, Brandon Dimmer, starts from P7. He probably heard that you were back, so he decided to troll you and put me on it instead.
I will say, though, that thing probably has like 20 extra horsepower right about now.
Yes, it does, because remember when Brandon did cars with me on it, and then Dean on it, and then Isaac on it. Remember, my car finished inside the top 5. Everyone else, the other 2 cars wrecked.
Oh boy, what a stat that I want to have.
Yes. You mean that I want to have, right? I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
We'll go with
kidding,
that.
Kidding. So, but
I'm
we
seeing
get
double Martys.
but we get to heat race number 3, double Martys and a shark. So, again, winner starts from inside row 2. This is a really stacked heat too. Look with all the fast cars in here.
Yeah, this is good, man.
So we will see how this will turn out. Barry and Flero to the green flag underway. Flero gets the slight nod in the corner. Michael Birthday 3-1. Hang on, Barry.
Wow.
Oh, man, contact with Blake Chapman. Very close, and that moves Spangler into second, Birthday into third. Crisscross for the third. Oh, look out. Hard crash for Barry Golder. He loses the top.
Big slider by Patrick to get the lead here.
Absolutely. While at all of that, the high side banger took the race lead away. We've completed 2 in the books. Birthday
Here comes
inside.
Birthday.
Birthday inside. Let's show you what happened here for the lead. Smooth slider for Patrick, and he gets in front of Jeff Flero. And yes, let's go back to that race for third. Birthday, Chapman, Barker, Dittmer, all under a blanket for the spot. Barker and Dittmer on the outside. Everyone else is on the bottom. And it's Birthday underneath Flero for P2, Isaac.
Yeah, that same thing as the Rebels here. Bottom of 1 and 2, very fast on the bottom. But once they get over there, Flero has the advantage. If he doesn't clear him here, Flero will have an advantage in 3 and 4.
Right on board with the salesman and Blake Chapman, who's got the final transfer spot.
Wow.
That is tight off in turn 4 between Birthday and Flero. So close, you can put a pin between both of them. Meanwhile, Spangler has pulled away a 2-second lead over everyone at least. 2 laps to go. Flero in the final transfer spot. Here comes Brandon Dittmer in the 83 all over the 200. Sends it to the inside. He tries to throw the slide job. Just doesn't work just yet. 1 to go. We know who's going to win this heat, that's for sure. 2nd through 4th. All bets are off here into turn number 3. Dittmer rides the cushion. Look at the entry coming to the line. They touch and Flero takes it. Dittmer does a wheelie on the fence. He gave it all to the end.
Wow. Holy smokes, man.
Wow, that was something. So we move to heat race number 4, our final heat race of the evening. And it's brought to you by Maurer Farm Management, the sponsor, the official sponsor of the Retreads 55+ division. The Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, and the Detective, Steven Spees. That is your front row. The Macho Man, Tyler Wilson, and Devo Donovan Ross on row number 2. And row 3, the Bass Man, Roger Craig, and the Professor, John Hine. So the field rolls off here.
Back, if you're wondering.
Oh, we just got some news, by the way, from a couple minutes ago on the Vanderbilt Banny. Let's see here. Roger Craig, the Bassman / Bossman of the series, says Flatline Racing Bodies will throw $20 on the bounty for whoever beats Bandy. That's from Dan Chapman himself. Dan, thank you for that donation. So, folks, the bounty is at $34.14 now. Well, we are in for something then. So, that just came in just a couple minutes after we began heat racing. So, we're going to see how this feature turns out, but first, heat race number 4. Atkinson with the clear on Steven Spees early. Wilson underneath for P2. Nice middle of the corner for Spees, but Atkinson leads the opening lap.
Devo.
Ross and Hine, they touch for 4th. Ross hangs on to the spot, but look at Roger Craig. Almost gets sideways in 1 and 2. Best races for 2nd here, Isaac.
Yeah, Wilson hit the tire.
No, he saves it. But back into 6th he goes, and look who this puts into P4. Roger Craig is in the spot. And he's hungry for more. Looks to go around the outside on Donovan Ross, but a bad exit for him there, Isaac.
Yeah, just lost a little bit of momentum here, and John Hines currently just waiting for him just to make a little bit more mistakes.
See here as we're halfway home. I don't know. If I'm Roger, do you go risky and test the cushion out, or do you just keep it on the middle groove?
I think it's all about mitigating. You know, if he's fast through the middle, then I'd stay through the middle. I will say Devo is starting to kind of close in on Steven Speed here, though.
That is. We're
Battle
starting
for
to,
P2.
that's going to be a three-man horse show for P2 here. Ross runs the cushion on the detective. Oh, beautiful
Wow.
corner. Wow. Clears Steven Speeds just about off turn 4 with 2 left.
That car was hooked on that corner.
Really was, for sure. Roger Craig still fourth, half second ahead of Tyler Wilson. Meanwhile, it's Atkinson that still leads. 1 lap to go from Barney's Verge. Ross again on the cushion, down the back chute. But it's going to be Jesse Atkinson off at turn 4.
I don't know.
Wait a second. Atkinson takes
okay.
it. One more lap, and I think Devo gets it because he was flying up on there.
That car was hooked up top.
It was. So now we go to the B main. We know 16 drivers in. We are taking the top 8. Bob DeGood in the New Hampshire Rocket, Aiden Young on row number 1. The Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer and the Macho Man, Tyler Wilson, the teammates. In row 2, Daddy's Money, Connor Ross and Gentleman Jack hit row number 3. The Brewer to Beast, Jeff Barker and the Professor John Hine in row number 4. Brennan Lacey's in 9th.
What?
Blah, 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 blah. Hold this phone.
What happened to Brennan Lacey in Heat 1?
I'm going to take a look at the start because it may have something to do with that. Roger, if you can confirm for me here, that would be great. I have a lap 1 invalidated lap here. Yep.
Did he jump the start?
He did. That's what happened. He jumped the start. Went way before the other drivers did.
Well then, this has shaken things up quite tremendously.
For sure. I believe we're having some technical difficulties here with our cameras, so we will get these fixed here for you shortly.
All right, sending 3 home.
Alrighty, we're going to focus on the driver that starts from the 8th position.
This is a stacked field. Holy smokes. Here we go.
Green is out. Bob DeGood, Aiden Young side by side through 1 and 2. DeGood clears, but Aiden Young gets a run off the corner. Running the cushion through 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap 1? Oh, Aiden got the wall. We're 3 wide for P2. Detmer and Wilson, the teammates, nearly tangle up. Final transfer spot currently belongs to Jeff Barker, John Hine, Barry Goldner, Randy Shreves will be the first 3 home. But here comes the Professor. Want to take the beast to school around the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. But he can't do it. That low side still coming in, Isaac.
Yep, it's every lap it gets a little bit better, and you see even the middle's getting better. Lacey's running the middle through both corners here.
Absolutely, and Brennan Lacey is
and Bob.
Oh, look out, 3 wide for the lead. Dittmer looks to go 2 for 1. Aiden Young goes to the point, and Lacey moves his way up to 2nd. Back to that 8th place driver. It is John Hine for now, but how long can he hold out, fight Jeff Barker for that spot? You right on board with them. Can he get him at the line is the question, and the answer is yes. Move John Hine up into 8th position for right now. Both lines are coming in really handy here, Isaac, as we've got 5 to go.
Yeah, all lines
are...
are...
look out, Tyler Wilson. Contact from 9th on back. Oh, boy, Tyler Wilson is out of it right now. He's had issues. I don't know what happened to him, Isaac.
I think I don't know. I was going to say his steering or something, but.
Jeff Barker, move him into the final transfer spot for right now. He's got Shreves and Wilson on his tail. They nearly touch. Good idea for the tail tank.
Oh, here we go.
3 wide for the final transfer spot. No, Shreves and Wilson get together. Hard goes Tyler Wilson. Barry Goldner, Randy Shreves are going to go out of it. And Brennan Lacey will take the win and will start in 17th. Aiden Young, Brandon Dittmer race for the second spot. And off at turn 4, the New Hampshire Rocket's going to take it. But it's Brennan Lacey from 9th to the win. Top 8 are in. Barry Goldner, Tyler Wilson, Randy Shreves go home. But again, this bounty is still in effect for $34.14. And so, folks, it is now Ohsweken Speedway warm-up watch time. And the feature is coming up shortly. Looking at Ross Carina. By the way, while we are at it, Isaac, while we are waiting to get going, I want to say hello to the guy who will be watching this on demand, and that, of course, is Dean, our normal broadcast partner. He's partying in Florida this week, and I believe next week, too.
Yeah, a little jealous, not going to lie to you, but I'm definitely watching the races here on my phone off to the side, and been loving it, and I bet he's having a blast getting to see all these cars racing down in Florida.
By the way, how about those new graphics Dirt Vision has? Those are sick.
Yes, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. I want more of those. Right now it is Patrick Spangler, the quickest, 13.696. Again, the Vanderbilt Bounty. Let's talk about the drivers that have won this year. Brendan Lacey with 4 wins this season. Kyle Moonen 2. Stephen Goldner with 1. So Vanderbilt Racing undefeated this season. And I think Ross Carina just won the wildest flip of the night if we were to include warm-ups. Kyle Moonen, though, second quick at the moment. Fun races around the corner here, Isaac, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be one of those heavyweight battles. I'm excited to be a part of it, let me tell you what. You got some names up towards the front that is like, wow. But you also got some names at the back that is also like, man, I'd love to see a charge from some of these guys. So I think it's going to be an entertaining race all around. I think it's going to be close quarters, and I think it's going to be definitely some line parity, to be honest with you. I think the bottom and top are going to be pretty similar here, at least at some point during the race.
Absolutely, that's for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cool Ray, the Coast to Coast Racing League, the Ohsweken Speedway, and all the fine drivers and sponsors, we thank you so much for choosing to spend your Monday night with us. It's now time to meet the field of 24, ready to take the green for 30 laps around Lucas Oil Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Super Dirt Car Series starting lineup. On the front row this evening, Jack Clevenger in the 78 starts on pole after the Brennan Lacey mishap, and Stephen Goldner in the 30. Row 2, the high side banger, Patrick Spangler in the 39, and the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson in the 127. Row 3, lights out, Kyle Moonin, the Money King in the 24, and the boss, Ross Corinna in the 10. Row 4, Michael Birthday, the Rebels winner in the 95, and Donovan Ross Devo in the 5. Row 10, Chris Schaefer in the 23, and Slide Job, Isaac Salas in the 5. Row 6, the salesman, Blake Chapman in the 20, and the detective, Steven Spees, in car number 55. Second half of the grid, Jerry Landis, Jeff Kemper, row 7, Jeff Valero, and Roger Craig in row number 8. Brennan Lacey, Aiden Young, row 9, Brandon Dittmer, Bob DeGood in row 10, Jack Hitt, Connor Ross, row 11, John Hine, Jeff Barker, row number 12. 1 to green here at the line, Isaac. It's time for it. Who is your pick to win?
Oh man, you're killing me
Yes,
here.
I am killing you.
I want to say Goldner sitting outside pole.
All right, you're gonna go Goldner. Give me Patrick Spangler to win the money tonight. So
Yeah, I was trying not to pick Pat.
we're about to see what happens. 30 laps under the lights at the Show Me State in Missouri. Who's it gonna be? How's it gonna be done? There's always a favorite. Pick it ASAP. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, from coast to coast? A bounty is on the line. Showtime at Lucas Oil Speedway. Start tonight brought to you by Race Against Childhood Cancer as Goldner has the lead early through 3 and 4. Clevenger switches lanes from low to top. It's 3 wide for P2 as Goldner leads lap number 1. Spangler sends it. He goes 2 for 1 in a lap and makes his way up to P2, but clips the wall. Stack up on back with Clevenger and Atkinson. So it's a Bandy Belt 1-2 at the moment. Oh, Jeff Valero loose. Here we go. Roger Craig around and same with Bob DeGood. First caution flies on lap trace.
I'm almost positive I was like 3 wide for like the entire lap there.
This did not bring the caution out, but watch Jeff Valero in the 200. Actually, this was wide. Gets into Landis and then comes down, and then, ooh, Roger Craig catches some air. Let's ride on board with the Bass Man. Flipped wheels with Aiden Young. And so Bandy Belt 1-2 at the moment. Stephen Goldner, Kyle Moonin, Patrick Spangler, Jack Clevenger, Jesse Atkinson, your top 5. I noticed Spangler down low trying to pick up some cold mud in the tires. Could possibly help him out, Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's smart. Maybe even some head games there. Just, you know, let him know that, hey, I'm down here.
So that was your top 5. Ross Corinna 2nd, Michael Birthday 3rd, Steven Spees 8th. Excuse me, Corinna 6th, Birthday 7th, Spees 8th, Ross 9th, and Schaefer 10th. Here we go back to green. So it's Stephen Goldner that holds serve. Clevenger, meanwhile, and Atkinson race for 4th position. And Clevenger's got the high side, which again, you gotta be very careful with. It's a very fast line, but it's very easy to go over it. You've got Spangler and Atkinson. Damn it. Oh, no, no, no. Dittmer, hang on. They said he spun it, but he's now back in the last spot. Oh, he's hanging on for dear life. So everyone pretty much has shifted back down to the bottom, but look who is making moves. That's Brennan Lacey up 11 spots into the 6th position. Now may look underneath his teammate for P5. Easy money for low line Lacey. And here he looks on Patrick Spangler for the 4th position now, and if so, he can close in on that deficit. 34 points entering today. It's Spangler with the points lead, and ooh man, Lacey with just enough for gap. to take away the 4th position. It's now you ride on board with Brennan, who looks to take the podium spot. 9 laps will be complete this time by Goldner with a wicked lead. 2.2 seconds, a straightaway lead on Kyle Moonen as he approaches lap traffic. Atkinson doesn't want to give up this low lineup, and you see he plays some defense on Brennan Lacey. But man, Lacey with just barely enough of a gap. Look how close he gets to these tires. Wow, that's tight. 10 laps are in the books, and Brennan Lacey is up 14 spots into a podium. And it's a Vanderbilt 1, 2, 3 sweep. They're just thinking right now, come on guys, can't you race harder or something like that? Clevenger and Speeds is your best battle for the 7th position. Actually make that Lacey and Moonen. Now watch Brennan here as he looks underneath the Money King. Look how tight that is. Very tight. There's nearly some contact between the two off the corner. They also have to deal with Brandon Dittmer. That lead is increasing for Steven Goldner big time, even with all that lap traffic. A 3.7 second lead, about to lap the 19th place driver in Jeff Flaherty. Here's the race for 5th, Corinna and Spangler. Spangler, the second highest non-Vanderbilt car. The highest currently is Atkinson in P4. As the cross flags have flown, 15 up and 15 down. Caution, John Hine. So that lead gets evaporated for Steven Goldner. Probably not the yellow he wants, as it allows Lacey to close in. But big buffer from 1st to 4th at the moment. Let's show you what happened to John. Oh, he got into Steven Goldner. Why, that is interesting. And Goldner did not spin one bit. Let's listen in. So he gives Steven the lane. Yeah, he just misjudged the entry there. But luckily for Steven, that almost turned disastrous. So John will go to the pits. And right now, the professor grading himself an F at the moment. So we are past the halfway mark. Steve King Foundation pace truck is in. Steven Goldner leads. Brennan Lacey second. Kyle Moonen third. Jesse Atkinson fourth. Ross Corinna fifth. So 4 of the top 5 drivers are from Vanderbilt Racing, guys. Remember, Goldner's got Brennan Lacey behind him. Oh, look at this. Atkinson takes a risk underneath for P3 on the bottom. And he's making it work. The Pink Panther wants the bottom step of the podium. Who gets a better corner exit for right now? So close to call, but I think it was Kyle Moonen, which he clears. Oh, actually, not just yet. Oh, Spangler went wide in turn 2 in the wall, and he falls back to 7th. Atkinson clears. He's up to 3rd. 3 wide at the line. Clevenger, Chapman, and Spangler. That's the race for 5th. Whether that be 6th, count 5th if you include Corinna. And again, Spangler. Shower of sparks off of turn number 2. The high side banger all over Corinna for the spot. Over the cushion, though, once again. Incredible racing you're seeing here for 5th. Also, we had Donovan Ross into this mob. Oh, look
Terry.
out! Space, Corinna. Caution is out, and it's for Terry Landis, and I believe Bob DeGood as well. But man, oh man, we nearly had a wreck just outside the top 5. Here's what happened to Landis. This was just around outside the top 10 or so. Tory Tire. And collects Barker barely. And the good spins just trying to avoid it. It's right on board with the Desert Demon. Bam! Left front just started freaking out there for sure. Quick repair on the 61. And he is back out on to the racetrack. Don't forget, folks, as we come back to the green flag next week, we're at the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. Start time 8 p.m. on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. So set to come back to the green flag again. Goldner, Lacey are top 2. Atkinson 3rd, Moonen 4th, and Corinna 5th. Here we go for the Mission 22 restart. 9 laps left. Moonen pressures Atkinson for the 3rd position, but the race for the lead is on. Brendan Lacey all over Stephen Goldner. 8 laps to go at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Majority of the field right in the bottom. The top is just way too risky to go over the cushion and maybe even flip it like McLaren did. Corinna, though, has been fading back lately in these past couple of laps. Fights Jack Clevenger for the spot. Oh, look out. John, that's Birthday that spun into the infield. We got Hine and the good in a mess off turn 4. Yellow lights are on with 6 laps to go. What happened here? Hine and the good get into it. Ooh, and upside down they go. Right on board with the Professor. And then finally, let's ride on board Michael Birthday. This was a completely separate incident. Spun it into the infield. So a 5-lap shootout when we take the green flag. Or rather it be a 6-lap shootout. Goldner, Lacey, Atkinson, Moonen, Spangler, your top 5. Lacey, your biggest mover, up 15 spots. Goldner holds serve. He's looking for win 2 of the season. Or check that. Yes, win 2 of the season. Brennan Lacey wants win number 5. 5 laps to go. Bob the Good is also up here with the lead pack. Not sure what happened there on his end. John Hines crashed once again. He's taking it to pit lane. He is done for the evening. Moonen is 4th. Spangler 5th. He's got, though, the Good in the way. May try and thread the needle. Oh, no, Isaac. Oh, no. Brings the caution flag out. What happened, buddy?
I don't know. Different entry speeds.
Ooh, Jackhead just got ya. Just nipped ya. He's right on board with Isaac. unfortunate circumstance there. Lights are off as we go green. A 3-lap shootout to determine who wins it all. Stephen Goldner, Brennan Lacey are top two. Jesse X is the first driver highest that could go for the $34.14 bounty. Can he do it? You gotta remember, you cannot wreck a Vanderbilt car to win it. About to find out what happens. 3 laps to go. Top two with a good restart. Goldner holds on Brennan Lacey for right now. Everyone holds the low line as Goldner tries to play defense on the man that's known for the low line. 2 circuits remain. Goldner starts to turn the afterburners on. Doctor's jacket in the air this time. White flag is out, 1 to go. Vanderbilt drivers are going to win it, but who is going to win it? Stephen Goldner or Brennan Lacey? Goldner's going to play some defense, likely through 3 and 4 on the 414, which he will. Win 2 of the season. The bounty is still alive. Goldner takes the win. Lacey finishes second. Atkinson third. Moonen fourth. Spangler fifth. And so the bounty for next week at Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen, your prize is $35.14. As Vanderbilt is undefeated. So they will all pose for a photo. I took a fun race though tonight. We had our long runs. We had a short run.
Yeah, man, we had it all. It was a blast for me, to be honest with you. I enjoyed. I mean, I didn't do amazing, but I truly enjoyed it. I'll give you that.
For sure, for sure. So, with that being said, we will get your top 3 on in here. So stand by for that. A 1-2 Vanderbilt finish here tonight. And we'll begin with our third place finisher as he is in here, in Jesse Atkinson. Jesse, a good run up in the front. Just walk us through it from your perspective tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't too confident coming into this race. Last season we didn't do so hot here, so I was just kind of hoping to survive. And kind of noticed during practice we had a setup was really rolling the bottom, so I was like, maybe we'll just do that for the entire race. So got lucky, pill draw on the pill draw, started up front, heat 4, kept it, and then yeah, the feature plan was just to roll the bottom all the way through. Managed to squeak my way by for third and just kind of held on for dear life. I know the front 2 in front of me, Lacey and Goldner, I know they were kind of gone, so I was just kind of like just holding the third. It's our best finish of the season and finally got a podium in like what feels like forever. So yeah, we're pretty happy right now.
A well-deserved run. Unfortunately, though, you do come short of the bounty tonight. Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
I gotta thank my sponsors, NS Services. Shoot, I had another sponsor. This is not good. Something baseball, premium baseball. There you go. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
Four Click Media as always. Adria Esports, my team. JR Racing. Gotta thank you guys for broadcasting. This will be a fun one to look back to, and gotta thank all everybody in Coast to Coast for putting on these races. Just as always, it's a blast.
Absolutely, man. All right, we'll let you go. Great run tonight.
All right, thank you.
Jesse Atkinson, our third place finisher here. Let's get to our second place finisher in Brennan Lacey, who is also our All About Tie-Dye Hard Charger Award. Brennan, oh, so close. I know you and Goldner were going to work together until the final lap, but what more did you need for him?
the crew chief to actually not pay attention to me for once on a setup. That's what I needed right there. He, we did a little early afternoon test session, and he's like, this might work. We're trying up top, down the middle, everything. He's like, let's just go with it. He had a lot better starting position than I did, so that paid off big for him. I'm just glad we could get him another win for sure.
How much did that penalty in your heat race to jump the start there? How much did that really pay big dividends to probably cost you the race?
I don't know if it cost me a race. Yeah, it sucks. The racing deal, it's unfortunate. I feel like we both took off there, and then all of a sudden, Boonen got hit there, and it screwed me out of it. But we dealt with it, and I wasn't too worried. I knew that car was going to be quick as all get out right there on the bottom, and it showed. I think I gained like 8 spots in 2 laps. It was something stupid fast. So car worked like it needed to, just like I wanted it to. So,
well, the Bandy Boat team is still undefeated, and the bounty increases. Did you hear how much the bounty is now?
I don't know what we're up to now, but I hope it goes up some more.
I'll tell you this, though. Flatline Racing Designs is adding on to the bounty. They added $20 on the bounty, so the bounty is now $35.14.
Where are we at next week, boys? That's what I need to know. Where are we at?
Charlotte. We're at Charlotte.
Anywhere but Charlotte.
Come on with the walls. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go get this thing. I think we can carry it out the rest of the season here.
All right. Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Big shout out to Vanderbilt as always. Shout out to Goldner for actually getting a dub tonight, and he finally beat me in one of these cars. I'm glad to see him up there on top again. So a little fun with that, but appreciate Ross over at Velocity Race Designs for making this thing look killer. Dirt Gangster Apparel. If you guys want some of that stuff, go look online for it. It's a great group of guys there, and appreciate you boys for coming back on, and we'll see y'all at Charlotte.
All right, man. Also, you do gain some points, too, on the lead on Patrick Spangler, and that is with the drops, too. So we'll let you go. Great job, and best of luck next week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Brendan Lacey, our second-place finisher. And now we go to Cool Ray Victory Lane to talk with your winner. Steven Goldner does it tonight. Steven, man, you started on the outside of the front row, but you had a car from wire to wire tonight. Walk us through how good it was, especially on the long run.
Yeah, we had a really good car today, actually. Lacey and I tested for probably the first time in a little while today after I got done work. So that definitely helped from the bottom and trying a couple things. And we had good speed in the heat race. So did Lacey. Just had an issue with a black flag there. But yeah, real good speed in all our cars, I think, all night. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Absolutely, man. When you saw that caution fly after that long run, you were in that lap traffic. And then you see Brendan Lacey in second. What's going through your head?
I was like, where the heck did you come from? I looked up at my relative and everything was lap cars, so I didn't really know who was around. And then he pulled up beside me on the caution. I'm like, what are you doing up here?
That's awesome, man. Well, next week we go to Charlotte. What's your outlook like?
I'm gonna be pulling for the team at work because I'll be at work. So hopefully they can get the job done.
All right. Well, that could put the bounty in question as well, as Bounty Bill is undefeated. Don't know if you heard the update to the purse, but Flatline Racing Designs added $20 to it, so the purse now is at $35.14.
Nice.
So, but who do you want to give shout-outs to on this one?
I gotta thank all the guys at Vanderbilt for sure. Helping with sets and everything they do. WagnerBrothersBall.com. Ross at Velocity Race Designs. He had a good night too. It's Perfect Photography, Moon and Racing Engines. You guys for the broadcast. Dylan Westbrook Racing for the sponsorship for the Renegade Series. Roger and everyone Coast to Coast Racing Leagues.
All right, man. We'll let you go. Second win of the season. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Hopefully we're talking to you again in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Steven Goldner takes the win tonight as he celebrates in Cool Ray Victory Lane. Cool Ray's goal is to make sure that Ray's goal of 100% customer satisfaction lives on today. Cool Ray is proud of their reputation of providing excellent service to homeowners and businesses in the Southeast. Their mission is to continue to build long-lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Pull up here your race results from tonight. Goldner with the win. Brendan Lacey second. Jesse Atkinson third. Kyle Moon in fourth. And Patrick Spangler in fifth. Check and see here. We won't know the gap, obviously, in points. But we do know Brendan Lacey closes in on Patrick Spangler tonight. Ross Corinna 6th, Donovan Ross 7th, Jack Clevenger 8th, Blake Chapman 9th, and Steven Spies rounds out the top 10. All right, it's that time once again. It's time for the cutest segment in the Coast to Coast Racing League. He may not be with us tonight, but we still love to show him. It's Buddy time!
Dean and us actually miss Buddy.
Yes, we miss Buddy, but we know, I believe it's Megan that's taking care of him for the next few days, though, that's for sure. But look at him. Look how sad he is. The monitor is off.
I know.
The monitor is off, and look at Buddy. He just looks sad. So, but anyway, so we'll wrap things up here for tonight. Next week, we've got a doozy at Charlotte with the sprint cars. Of course, we were there for the World Finals last season for our charity event. Sprint cars and Charlotte, you put them both together, it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a night, to be honest with you. I think it's gonna be awesome racing all the way through the night. It's gonna be fast. That's what I'm excited for. It's gonna be fast. You're gonna have guys just smacking the crap out of the wall to make it work. And I think it's gonna be fun. I think maybe this bounty can hopefully be broken by some of those guys that we have that run the high side consistently.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's gonna keep everybody a little bit more on their toes here.
For sure, absolutely. So with that, we will bid adieu here for the evening. On behalf of everyone at the Coast to Coast Racing League, Roger Craig and his fine group of admins, etc., all the fine drivers and sponsors. On behalf of my broadcast partner tonight, Isaac Salas, Marty Sakala signing off. Your winners tonight on Monday Night Madness, Trent Verstraeten, Michael Berthay, and Stephen Goldner. So long, everyone.